We make precision measurable. Our compact 3D sensors are considered to be the best in the world. They are practical, user-friendly and extremely precise.
An essential aid for all milling machines is the 3D sensor. It is clamped into a milling spindle. With it, the spindle axis can be adjusted according to the edges of the workpiece. The machine's measuring system can now be directly adjusted to 0. No calculating, no mathematical sign errors. In order to measure the length of a workpiece, the other side is approached in the same way. The 3D sensor works in all directions, even on the Z-axis. In addition to measuring length and height, you can also check surface areas and adjust vices. Run the probe along the surface. The gauge shows you whether the machine axis and the surfaces are correctly adjusted. The probe approaches the edge sought. The large gauge displays how much farther the probe needs to travel. When the gauge shows 0, the spindle axis is positioned exactly on the workpiece edge. Finished. The workpiece is 100.195 millimeters long. How do you find the center of a bore or a shaft? It's simple, with the Centro. The spindle is positioned approximately at the center of the borehole. The probe tip dips into the bore. It is positioned such that the probe touches the wall of the borehole. The housing of the Centro can be rotated. With the antenna, the gauge can be fastened in any desired position. As long as the gauge needles are in motion, the spindle axis has not yet arrived at the center of the bore. The position of the spindle is corrected until the gauge needles have come to a standstill. The precise bore center has been found to a micrometer.